Hey everybody! We're starting up with some horror games. I had an awesome day after I got back from my groceries and found out that I had won the wire. That I had. Sorry, that I had won Wired's weekend giveaway. So we got a few horror games that we can play for Halloween, and I've got a few other ones too. So I'm thinking straight up through Halloween, we're going to be doing all horror games. So yeah, we're going to check this game out. Now, I do want to say right now that I haven't really looked this up, but I looked it up enough to see that there are some potential trigger warnings. So, which, as everybody knows, I have some severe mental health issues myself. So we're going to play this, we're going to see how it goes, and we're just going to take it one step at a time, just kind of like we have to do with mental health in general. Also, I have M&Ms. Town of Light is based on real events, places, and research concerning mental illness and the life of patients in lunatic asylums from the beginning of the 20th century until their closure. It contains stories which may be disturbing. The characters and names are fictitious, and any reference to people, living or dead, is purely coincidental. This game uses an artistic interpretation of a former Italian psychiatric institution for dramatic purposes. Please note that mental health services have radically improved around the world. If you think you may have psychological problems, please speak to a local doctor or specialist. Voltaire, 1942.
What's happened? What is this place? Maybe I'm dead. I can't see any light. Maybe I am dead. I can't get up. What's going on? What's happening to me? There's no one here, but these noises. God, my head is killing me. I can't keep my eyes open.
Reality fades away and my skin has gone. Every breath of wind is excruciatingly painful. Okay. Hang on. I'm gonna just open up Afterburner really quick because I'm getting. I feel like my frame rate isn't consistent. So this should help a little bit. Whoa. Oh god, I'm making myself dizzy. Let me off. Okay. It's one rusty ass slide. You'd probably like get road rash riding that thing. Okay, so I thought there was like lag, but there's not. My frame rate is really, actually really consistent. Can I actually reduce the gamma a little bit? Guess it doesn't really matter. I found a boot. Should I put on the boot? I can't tell if I have shoes on. I found more boots. Charcot, Ferry, and Maragliano. Okay, so this is a dead end. We played all in there. I don't know if like sitting on the benches will like trigger anything or not. That looks like half of a baby's, like, body. That's kind of creepy. Can I see the back? Claude Bernard. Somebody with a cow? Okay, so there's a button pressed on it. It's broken, though. So you can turn some things all the way around. Can we turn these photos around? It does say 1940. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be looking at. If anything. Incredible anti-aircraft victory. 159 aircraft shot down in 24 hours by the German Continental Air Defense. Major Russia operation northwest of Jassy. Enemy convoy scattered in the Mediterranean. 2 destroyers and 6 merchant vessels sunk. Fierce murder in San Cassiano, April 14th, 1944. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, was brutally murdered near her home. Police are investigating. Possible political motive emerges. Julia Kay distressed but held up by their faith. Her mother, Irene E., father, Eric, and his sister, Martha, deliver the grievous news. The funeral will take place in La Romola on Sunday, April 16th at 3:30. First food rationing improvements. On April 20th, bread rations increased by 50 grams per day, an extra kilogram per month of soup products. Agricultural laborer treatment reform, and extraordinary marmalade distribution. Okay. Okay, so I don't see anything else here. This weird delay is not game lag, by the way. I have no frame drops. So I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, I'm over like beside where I was.
This place. Time. Memory.
Okay. I can't tell if there's like a way to go faster or not. Nothing over here, I don't think. No. Yeah. Okay. The Calm a Woman Ward? Well, that doesn't sound terrible. Money! Oh, here we go. Inventory of objects of a patient upon admission. Charity congregation. Psychiatric hospital. Administration. Inventory of articles of clothing and footwear. Cash, cards, and other valuables upon admission to the asylum for observation. Renee, on the day of 12/03/1938. Details of clothing, amount of cash, valuable cards, and other objects. Notes. Sweaters and shirts, 1. Underwear, 1. Pairs of socks, 1. Shoes, 1. 1 sets. Diapers, skirts, dresses, trousers, vests, jackets, handkerchiefs, pocket handkerchiefs, hats, berets, aprons, golf shirts, overcoats, towels, tires. The assistant, the director, Volterra, on the day. Hey, Sturgis. Someone gifted you Phasmophobia? Cool. Nothing. My windows are open all year round because the heat's too high here, so I keep my windows open year round, more or less. To some extent, anyways. Well, I mean, I don't have AC, but I keep the windows open. Telegram, Volterra on blank, Podesta. Please kindly notify any relatives of death of blank, inviting them to cover burial expenses, failing which corpse will be sent to PISA for study purposes. Cost 100. Wow, they have a blank form for if somebody dies. That is insane. Especially given, like, this is based off of, how things actually were back then, too. We know that the light's not gonna work. Patient discharge readmission document. Name and surname name. Francesca Agostini, number 65027. Paternity, Arduino. Maternity, Martelli Gina. Born in Velletri, Province Roma, on October 13th, 1895. Place of residence, Velletri, Province Roma. Marital status, widow. Admitted on May 30th, 1916. Diagnosis, early dementia. Referred from Rome Asylum. Transfer to asylum observation rooms. Dismissal, form of dismissal, blah, blah, blah. On 4/9/1939, respiratory disease. Personal details. Son of David, deceased and illegible. Born in on place, blah, blah, blank. Marital status single. Married to number... Oh, married to blank. Number of children. Everything else is blank. That was creepy. Okay, so stuff blinks if it's important. My memory of
those years is hazy. Between the age of about 7 and 10, my memories are disconnected, and I couldn't say how many times and how frequently the light used to come. My mother gave me a doll around that time. Charlotte. Thinking back to it makes me want to laugh. But at the beginning, I remember that I was afraid of her. I thought she wanted to harm me, to kill me and take my place. But when the light came, she would stay beside me, and her presence.
Whoa. Whoa.
Did not disturb me. I was able to talk to her.
That's creepy
And
as
so
fuck.
she became my best friend. At least until I was in grade 2, when everything changed. She didn't laugh at me, and if I had to say something to my mother, I asked her to say it. When things inside me turned bad, she was the only one I could turn to. Now all of this makes me blush, but Charlotte was a real friend to me. I knew that she was just a doll. I wasn't stupid. But at the same time, she was real, too. I don't know how to explain it. It's difficult. My mother would cuddle her and tell her things. I guess she was trying to communicate with me. But back then, I was too afraid to understand it.
Wow. Did she more or less, like, murder her doll? The woman is in a state of great agitation. She curses her 3-year-old daughter for having ruined her life. She wanted to take us away, that damned kid. Wanted to kill us. She's a devil, I tell you. She's a devil herself. She destroyed my ability to give life. She left her sister in silence. Silence is scary. The mother explains that her husband, Eric K., worried about her daughter, called a doctor who, noticing the state of the woman and the potential danger to her daughter, urgently initiated the procedure for admission. The woman was admitted to observation in a single room, not because she was dangerous, but in view of her social class. It seemed the most appropriate choice. The mother has provided a generous donation to this institution in order to find a more suitable accommodation for her daughter. Wow.
The only thing I remember clearly is Charlotte, my doll. No, she's freezing. She's alone. Let's look for her. Renee doesn't want to abandon her.
Okay, so we have to keep looking. Is that where they had the shit? That would suck.
Nobody says we can't. Let's find Charlotte.
Okay, so now we have
Let's
power.
search the wards on the upper floor. There's a plan on the wall which shows their location.
Oh, there's some messed upstairs. I'm just saying. Wait a second, wasn't there people in there? Okay, no, it was a different photo. Close, but still a different photo. Okay. Upstairs then? Whoa. Guessing solitary? Why was that spinning? I don't know what would be considered the ward, so we're just gonna keep exploring. Oh. Patient transfer documents. Psychiatric hospital. Transfer file name and surname. Fanti Clements. Paternity. Luigi. Deceased. Place of birth. Pomeranz. Age 37. Date of admission. July 7th, 1937. Deceased at 6 p.m. on 23/5/1942. What does that do? Okay, it's changing a bunch of this stuff. idea. Nothing.
Renee doesn't want to abandon her.
The fuck? Ew. The fuck is that? They put like feathers through people? Surgical ward. Gynecology room. Radiology. Surgery A. Oh, I see a doll.
Mummy took good care of Charlotte. She tucked her in, hugged her, gave her cuddles and kisses. She was very affectionate and loving. Nothing bad happened to Charlotte, and that surprised me. I didn't understand. At first, I was quite scared. I was afraid that she wanted to hurt me. I lived in constant fear that Mom would abandon her. Because I didn't deserve to live. I didn't deserve to be loved. It's cold and it's dark. Look, she's cold. She'll get ill. We can take care of her. Nobody can stop us. Charlotte is a good girl.
Okay. Ew. all sorts of like old surgeries and stuff. That is like crazy. Bunch of like tinctures and stuff. Whole bottle. Or a whole box. I can't take the keys. It seems kind of odd. Okay.
He doesn't want to. Not Charlotte.
I guess we go in there.
Charlotte is cold. Let's take her somewhere warm.
Okay.
I saw a wheelchair on the ground floor. It's comfortable there, and we can put Charlotte somewhere warm. Charlotte will be comfy here. But it's cold. No, it's cold. Don't shiver, Charlotte. The cold will go away. It'll go away. He doesn't want to. No. In the town of light, he doesn't want to.
Do I want to take her outside?
We must find some warm lights. Let's go to the surgical ward.
Oh, I know where we want to take her then. There was that room with all of the super bright lights. Oh wait, I didn't open the door. That would help. Dude, come on. There we go. Oh my god, these controls are fucking annoying. Okay, where were we going again then? Pretty sure it was over here.
The cold has gone away now. You see? The light, the warmth. We can do it. The cold will go away. It has to. Now we can enter the ward where everything started. It all began in the observation ward on the ground floor.
Okay, so back down.
didn't go dark. It was a limitless immensity, a blinding, merciless light. I was 16 years old, and I was afraid, always afraid, a fear that wore me down. I needed help, but I couldn't speak. I was terrified of everything,
I don't know where it went.
even thinking. They said they were taking me to a place where the fear would go away, where I would get
No
better.
idea.
I stopped living in there. They dragged me away and stripped off all my clothes, everything. I tried to explain what was going on in my head. They tied me to the bed for days. I was alone with my nightmares. It wasn't fear anymore. It was madness. And when you're mad, you cease to exist. She was my only hope in this hell. I was descending down, down among the damned. But that woman and her smile kept me alive.
So I can't read any of the tags. I think they're just. Can't tell if they're just numbers or not.
The door is locked from the outside. Here, the doors can only be locked and unlocked from the outside.
T. Renee, paternity unknown, place of birth Montefascoli, age 17. The patient Renee T. is transferred from temporary asylum in the observation rooms to the quiet ward. We know already that I think we know already that our character's name is Renee, so. Hey, Tachio, how come I have a torch? I don't know. I started with a flashlight. But apparently this broken light switch still works, so that's a thing. This game is like a psychological / mental health thriller. That place is pretty rundown. So this is apparently based off of a real asylum in Italy. Like, not based off of, but like, they legit went and modeled and recreated an old asylum for the purpose of this game. And so they're playing it off like you're just like, you start off in like a park type area, but there's only one way you can go, and it's towards this asylum. And then when you get here, it's all run down. And then you keep having memories. And so one memory is of this doll that your mother gave you. And the mother seemed to care more for the doll than she did for you. And it's pretty evident that as of an early age, you have some very severe mental health issues. And so apparently what they actually did a lot of research about how people with mental health were actually treated back then. And so that's what this is about. So there's, I'll just say, like, there's potentially gonna be a lot of triggers and stuff in this. Of various types. And so, from the sounds of it, you were like only 17 when they locked you away in here. So, I mean, I'm pretty open about my mental health.
He laughed, panted, and slobbered all over me. It hurt me when he touched me. I thought I'd suddenly split open with a loud crack, and I would be shattered into pieces. felt fragile, sick, dirty, degraded. All I could do was clutch Charlotte tightly while Renee obeyed. He was the master in the realm of light.
See
I
potential
was
trigger
being
warning.
consumed by the evil act I had committed. I threw up and could feel hell getting closer and closer. Those tests the doctors did to me. They said there was something growing inside, and they wanted to drag it out of me.
That's not cool. That's really not cool. Yeah, this is one of the games that I won today. So we're checking it out. Coming back out here now we can see. But I don't see anything. Dear Mr. Director, the present letters to recommend to your precious attention Mrs. Irene K., admitted in your institution last 12th April. Sure of your special attention to the unfortunate woman, our dear friend, I beg you will to provide for her every need. The family will satisfy every expense. For any concerns, please contact Attilio D., who will personally come to visit. Don't see anything else. I can't get over that window. So yeah, this game definitely seems like it's gonna have some really dark themes. That's why we're opening all the windows. It's bold. Yeah, it's a bit older. I honestly didn't even know what it was when I got the key. Then looking it up a little bit, I thought that just because I try to be such a huge mental health advocate, I thought it would be something really interesting to play on stream. So we're starting out our Halloween horror with this here. Provided it warns people, it's a pretty good thing. Well, and like right at the beginning when you first start, it does warn you that the game might be disturbing to a lot of people, so. Like, they don't try to hide, anything about it. Which, I mean, you kind of have to do with a game like this, is you have to be upfront about it, because last thing you need to do is give somebody, like, a PTSD episode from playing a game.
He felt accused, hurt. I chased him away. I insulted him. He was proud, handsome. He said things about me to other people, which he shouldn't have said. Mother caught me coming home drunk. She beat me and sent me to speak to Don Gino every day. He came back and tried to speak to me. I think he liked me. Sometimes I sent him packing and I started shouting at him. But other times I embraced him. I held him tight and loved him. But he couldn't bind himself to me. I was 16 and ill. I had no future. I didn't get out of bed for weeks. Then I did things I was ashamed of. I slept with men. The guilt tore at my soul, and the light came back to torture me. I invented stories to justify my actions. I couldn't bear my own weight. Mom found out about it. Her voice split my head. I pushed her away because I was afraid of dying, and I shouted to the whole world what was happening to me, and that I didn't understand. The police arrived, and they carted me away. I remember the onlookers shaking their heads. They would be better off without me, cleansed of shame, with something to talk about for a while.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be playing this, Close to the Sun, and Those Who Remain. Kind of for Halloween.